Hey guys, it's Rob with another video. I have another alignment that I want to show you that's brand new, and it's of this right here. This fault right here with these lines. Well, these lines I consider evidence of rotation and spinning, not from like plate pressure or anything like that. And the reason why I claim this is because the spacing of these lines can be found all over the planet in different features, including the Himalaya mountains, including the mid-Atlantic ridge. You can see the spacing everywhere, and they can't be really considered pressure related because they'll match one another once you find the right alignments. But let me just show you where this right here aligns on the other side of the planet, which is impossible for plate tectonics, but makes absolute sense in the theory that I'm coming up with. It makes absolute sense why that would be on the other side of the planet. So let me show you something. Okay, here's Antarctica. You see that right here? See how it fits? And then it follows. If you zoom in, when you line it up, you can see how it follows all the way down. Well, what I consider Birkeland currents, and then over there, of course, you can't see it, but would be the Himalaya mountains. And this will be a reoccurring pattern that will also reoccur over there too, by the way. Everything comes back to one point of a smaller planet, I'm guessing, which makes sense. All this stuff has been spread out, so it realigns. But check this out. Let me zoom out here. When you bring it in, though, you can see that right here is Africa. I'm probably going to do some straight-on shots so we can see how well this lines up in here. They're so close that you can tell that just moving them over a little bit, and you have alignments right here. This beveled area seems to sit right underneath the Mariana Trench, and you can see the features hit the outlines of it. And you can see that this fits in there like that. But also, let's put it back here. You can see that, now this is something I have to look into. I'm going to do some overlays of this area now. But you can see that Antarctica looks similar to some of the features here. But yeah, let's take a closer look. I just want to take a closer look here and note how this follows that. I wonder. See, this is how reoccurring patterns work. See how like it fits over and over again. I just noticed that, by the way. But you can see how that when this fits into there, you can see that. Oh wow, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, see this right here? I've always wondered about this feature. I mean, I've had other alignments for this, but really didn't really answer a lot of questions. But look at this one. And then you can see that it starts to follow the features here. Really hard for some people to see, but it's really not that hard to see at all if you really look, and if you look for yourself. but you can see how this features fit the background, and then when I move it here, it fits again and again. See how that looks? You can see how it plays into it. So you got this line right here following here. Looks like it bounces off and goes over here, but it follows this to a T. And this is just another crazy, amazing alignment that I found. You know, I mean, I found a lot of other ones that can't be coincidental, and neither can this, by the way. Look, what are the odds that when this is all going to fit in there, that this right here is going to fit into that? Seriously. And then you can see how the features here fit this. You can see how things just naturally fit. And then you can see how this fits into here. Like that. Just like that. Right there. Now, of course, that's distorted from the curvature of the planet, but that's why I go and get straight on shots and then look at it again. But right, for this area, for right here, this is perfect actually. You can see how there's something that looked like something's, well, I'm sure that this is probably has to do with the movement of this area, but you can see how that looks like it went over to there. Let's just see what else. Yeah, like it went over to there. Oh yeah, I already know about. See, this is what's so weird about what I'm showing you, is that this fulfills other alignments. Now I've taken Africa and noted that reversed, it fits into there too. It fits both ways actually, because this is spinning. That's what you're seeing here, is you're seeing spinning. That's what these marks are from. They're from rotation. And let's see, I wonder if there's something else here. Because the beauty of these reoccurring patterns is that they reoccur over and over again. It makes it hard to debunk what I'm showing you. Does that look like that feather? This kind of looks like a feather, and then I always notice that this looks like a feather, and so does this kind of a little bit, or some parts of it. Oh, where'd it go? I lost it. Anyways. Yeah, kind of like right in here. It's starting to get close to it. The sizing too, look at the sizing right here. That also is something my eyes tend to naturally pick up on, is similar sizes like that. The odds that these lines are the same distance as that is something to look into. And it starts to look like this lines up with this a little bit. Oh, there we go, see? I can see something's happening with a little bit of rotation. I have a funny feeling this will fit right in here. Look. There you go, like that, huh? Yep, a little bit of rotation. Anyways, the main focus though is this. But it was weird is that, okay, like when it fits into here, I think this is where I want it, like that. Yeah, you can see this goes like that, and then and you can see that it hits this right here pretty good. And I should go get a straight on shot of Africa and see what it looks like in here, and also Antarctica in here. I think what the cool thing about these reoccurring patterns is that even though Antarctica's whited out, I don't think it's all just natural. I think a lot of it's censored. I think by overlaying Antarctica with the right areas will let you see what's actually inside the continent that you wouldn't know unless you went there yourself and saw for your own, with your own eyes. And that's the beauty of these reoccurring patterns, is they reveal secrets about our planet that normally you wouldn't know about because you don't go there. You can't go to these areas. But let's see what else I can do with this. Alright, let me go look around. Here's another alignment that I'm proud to show you. This is the same feature that I lined up in just a minute ago, lined up to the west coast of North America. Reoccurring pattern. See that right there? As it comes in, you can see that notch missing. Not only that, check it out. Hold on. Yeah, check this out right here. You see how this, when it comes in, maybe I should draw some lines on this. It's hard to see, but you can see what I also look for is the discoloration. Also makes a huge difference in lining these up. And then you also got to remember that here's Yellowstone, or there's Yellowstone Park, but here's the Grand Canyon. So I got to keep that in mind too when I'm bringing this in. Oh, I wonder. Oh yeah, this right here I forgot. Oh yeah, look at this. Okay, this is that discharge off of Africa. And then, of course, here's Grand Canyon, Yellowstone Park. I have a funny feeling this will rotate. And then, of course, it cuts right there. Man, I'm gonna have to get another overlay. But look at the features here as I bring them in, and then bring them back out. $5 says that this also fits into there, like that. Looks like I'm gonna have to investigate this discharge pattern from Africa a lot more than I have in the past. I usually focus on the Amazon River, But I know that this also plays along with the Amazon River, but I just for some reason haven't given it much attention as I should have. But check it out. Let's see here. Let's see what we got here. I think it needs to rotate, but you can see it. There, like that. And you know what? You can see something playing out here too. You can see that this busted out region right here, it looks like something busted out, is the same size. When I line this up with that, you can see that there's a similarity here. And then, oh yeah, and then also the strange coincidence that this layered area here on Africa's southern tip happens to be the same size as the California Basin area, which is supposedly made by plate tectonic stretching. But look, if I rotate that, boom, then we get a match. See that? See how it fits right in there, and then it even has this point that points out right like that. I just had a supposed teacher tell me that this is all in my head, and the alignments that I'm showing you actually do not align, and that and teachers are not trolls, let me remind you, right? But yet this one constantly tells me that this is my imagination and that her and her students think I'm crazy. Okay, come on, look. Do you guys think I'm crazy? Look at that. I mean, come on. What are the odds that this is going to fit in there just like that after I lined this? And then look at Yellowstone Park with the features here. These lines being about the same distance, the width. As a matter of fact, look what happens when I bring this in. Look at that. You can tell me, you can't, let me put it this way. People are going to try to tell me that this is not related to Yellowstone Park. After that, I can line this up here, the California Basin area. And actually, to be honest with you, this looks like this, this right here. This looks like it rotates and probably fits in there. So this is probably related to Yellowstone Park too, if I rotate it. Yeah, you know what I'll be working on now? This could be the point of origin of creation for our planet, as far as I know. I mean, I know plate tectonics wouldn't agree with that, but that's because it's wrong. Look how that lines up. The coincidence of the length right there would be enough scientific evidence to warrant an investigation. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. And I know if I keep going, I'm just going to find more features that line up. As a matter of fact, I already know some of these I already recognize from other investigations that I've done, especially like this area and the Gulf of Mexico. It's funny, this is the cool thing about this whole thing, is that a month from now I'll find some other alignment and it will be related to this or something. It'll all play. They all play together. This is each alignment that I find isn't independent and unique. They're all related. Every single one of them are related because they all came from a smaller area when the planet was smaller from its creation. That all these backtrack to a single point of origin. And that's the beauty of this whole thing that I'm figuring out, is that's my evidence right there alone should kill plate tectonics. Because plate tectonics, you can't back plate tectonics up and figure out what happened to the planet before it was a planet. They have Pangea and all that, but have you ever seen when they morph that together? It's not even realistic. The pieces don't even fit when they morph them back together. They just ram them into one another and mold them into a Pangea. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. I don't mold nothing together. They all fit right now. There's no need to stretch this way or that way. You know what I mean? They just fit because this planet isn't that old. This wasn't like a process that took billions of years. This is something that things moved and were created like right immediately. No delay at all. I'm going to look into this more and I'm going to find even more alignments. But anyways, that's it for tonight. Thanks.